Annabel Langbine's Simple Pleasures was published in 2012. This is the welcome. One of the greatest joys in making my new television series and this accompanying book has been sharing ideas about how to create a good life that doesn't rely on spending money. On my journey, I've met so many inspiring people who are building rich, satisfying lives around these values. Our world is becoming an increasingly complicated place, dominated by technology and lifestyles that don't require much in the way of any physical engagement. So it can be hard to feel connected with your family and friends, the environment around you, and even yourself. In the rush and bustle of daily life, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, as though there's never enough time to stop and just be. But a good life can be crafted around little moments, small morsels of discovery and pleasure. Sharing meals around the table has been a constant thread throughout human history and binds us to our families and communities. Growing, preparing, and enjoying food together quickly gives us a sense of belonging and nourishment. Even the smallest actions can be empowering. Baking a batch of cookies makes a house smell like a home and instills a feeling of care. There's a sense of magic in watching seeds germinate and grow. Even if you just plant herbs in a small pot, after a few weeks you will have harvests that you'll feel proud of and that will add new flavour to your meals. It's thrilling to see the growth in popularity of farmers' markets and foraging, clever ways of recycling waste, and people choosing to use less. These little things are ways of helping us to feel reconnected with our communities and the rhythm of nature. Engaging with all our senses, the feel of soft, just cut grass under your feet, the fleeting scent of violets, so sweet one moment and gone the next, the explosive crunch of watermelon as you bite into it on a hot summer day, the purity in a little ritual of making tea or setting a table to share with your friends. These are the moments that give our lives texture. In these simple pleasures, we build good lives for ourselves and create memories to savour. Nutty, Cumin, Dukkah. You can use lots of different spice combinations to make Dukkah, but this is my favourite. Can be served simply with fresh Turkish bread and boutique extra virgin olive oil. 5 minutes to prepare, 10 minutes to cook, makes 1.5 cups. 1/2 of a cup of hazelnuts, 1 cup of almonds, 2 tablespoons cumin seeds, 1 tablespoon coriander seeds, 1.5 teaspoons fennel seeds, 2 tablespoons black sesame seeds, 1 teaspoon flaky salt. Preheat oven to 180 degrees Celsius. Spread hazelnuts on 1 baking tray and almonds and cumin, coriander, fennel and sesame seeds on another tray, and roast both until nuts and seeds are golden and fragrant, about 10 minutes. Cool. Tip the toasted hazelnuts onto a clean tea towel and rub gently to loosen most of the skins. You don't have to be too meticulous, but do remove most of them, as they will give the Dukkah a fibrous texture and can be quite bitter. Discard the skins, then tip hazelnuts into a food processor with the toasted almonds, cumin, coriander, fennel and sesame seeds and salt. Pulse several times to form fine crumbs. Do not overmix or you will make nut butter. Nutty Cumin Dukkah keeps for weeks in an airtight container. Dukkah with Turkish bread. Warm 1 loaf Turkish bread, coming up next, and slice thinly on a chopping board or serving platter. Place 1/4 cup Nutty Cumin Dukkah in a shallow bowl and 1/2 cup boutique extra virgin olive oil in a saucer. To eat, dip bread into olive oil, then Dukkah. Serves 6 to 8 as an appetizer. Turkish bread. Preparation time, 25 minutes plus rising. Cook time, 20 minutes. Makes 2 loaves. 1 2/3 cups warm water. 2 teaspoons dried yeast granules. 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. 1/2 cup olive oil plus 2 to 3 tablespoons for drizzling. 5 tablespoons Greek yogurt at room temperature. 4.5 to 5 cups high-grade flour plus extra for kneading. 2 teaspoons salt. 1/2 teaspoon cumin seeds. 1 teaspoon flaky salt. 1 teaspoon, this is optional, nigella or black sesame seeds. Place the warm water in a large mixing bowl or the bowl of an electric mixer or bread maker. Sprinkle yeast over the top, then stir in sugar and allow to stand for 5 minutes to activate yeast. Add oil and yogurt and mix to combine. Add 4.5 cups of flour and the salt and mix with a wooden spoon or on low speed using a dough hook for 6 minutes. It will be a soft, wet batter. If mixing by hand, turn out onto a lightly floured board and knead 20 to 30 times, adding the extra 1/2 cup of flour as you need until you can pick it up as a very soft, loose mix. Return dough to bowl, cover and leave to rise in a warm place for 2 hours or until doubled in size. You can also slow rise it in the fridge for up to 48 hours. When ready to cook, preheat oven to 190 degrees Celsius and line a baking tray with baking paper. Punch down dough and divide into 2 balls. Use well-oiled hands to pull each ball out to an oval about 2 centimetres thick. Place on prepared baking tray and press each out to about 33 centimetres by 13 centimetres. Drizzle with olive oil and dimple the tops with your fingertips so the oil seeps into the holes. Sprinkle with cumin, salt and nigella or black sesame seeds if using. Bake until puffed and lightly golden, about 20 minutes.